Hey guys, Cairo here, and this is a video to show you my Windwalker power auras, or actually weak auras. I'm very used to saying power auras because I've been using power auras for years, but in the release of Mr. Pandaria, power auras was outdated and I switched to weak auras. So I like it. Weak auras is very nice, and that's what I use now. So yeah, let's get started. So they will only show up in combat. So you can see, you can't see them, but they will be right here in the middle of the screen. And it's pretty basic. I mean, you have your jab, which will only show up when you are above 40 energy. So as you can see, it is gone now, and once you get to 40, it'll pop back up. You have your Tiger's Fury, which will actually track your Tiger's Palm, which will actually track your Tiger Power buff. So when Tiger Power is up, this will disappear. When it is not up, it'll pop back up, saying that you need to fix that. So you have your Rising Sun Kick, tracks the cooldown of Rising Sun Kick, so it'll disappear when it's on cooldown. Let's see. You have your Fist of Fury, which also tracks the buff. So when Fist of Fury is on cooldown, it will disappear. Now, I was gonna have Fist of Fury track the only pop up when it's off cooldown and you have 3 chi, but I felt it was kind of necessary to know that your Fist of Fury was up even if you don't have 3 chi, so you can plan out for it, plan a little ahead. So let's see. You have your Chi Wave, which is supposed to be right here, but I just used it so it's on cooldown now. So when it's on cooldown, you will not see it, but in a second here, it will come off cooldown, and it should pop up right here. There it is. Now you have your Expel Harm, and those who play Windwalker know that you're supposed to use Expel Harm when you are below 80% HP, and when it's off cooldown, use it as a generator. So I'm below 80% HP, it is off cooldown, so it's right here, and I'll use it and it'll disappear, and it will not come back until I am below 80% HP and it is off cooldown. And last but not least, you have your Blackout Kick, and a Blackout Kick, as you know, only is used as a dump for your chi when everything is on cooldown and you have 2 chi. So that's when it will proc. It'll show up, not proc. Let's see if I can get it out here. So everything is on cooldown, and I have 2 chi, and it'll show up right there. Chi waves on cooldown. There it is. So you can see it's right there. And it'll also have a number on it. That number indicates that you have 3 chi. So, if you have 4 chi, it'll say you have 4 chi, meaning that you can use it twice. It's just kind of a heads up for you saying you have 4 chi. You can use this twice, or you have 2 or 3 chi. You can only use this once. It'll also disappear the second something comes off a cooldown. It's higher in the priority list, which is pretty much everything. So when anything comes off a cooldown, it'll disappear, and it'll only show back up when everything is used. See? Tiger's Palm is up, so it's gone, but it'll be up here in a second. There it is. Now, you also have, of course, some basic buffs here, or cooldowns, not buffs, which reminds me I'm not buffed. There we go. Touch of Karma. When Touch of Karma is off cooldown, it will show up right here. Touch of Death. When Touch of Death is usable and it is off cooldown, it'll show up. If Touch of Death is not usable, even if it's off cooldown, it will not show up. It will only show up when you can use it. And then, of course, you also have your Energizing Brew, which you'll see in a second here. Right there. So if you use Touch of Karma or Energizing Brew, it'll disappear. Now, you also have your Tiger's Eye Brew. Now, Tiger's Eye Brew will only show up if it is above 10 stacks, and it'll also show you how many stacks you have when it is here. So, for example, I have 18. But now, what's going to happen is if I use Tiger's Eye Brew, you're not going to see it anymore because it is below 10. So, let's see. So, it's at 19 right now, so it's below 10. So, I use it and it disappears. And it will not show back up until I have 10 again. So, in a sec here, it will show up. If I ever get 10. I have 10 now, so next time I'm in combat, it'll say that I have 10 and it is usable, as you can see. But when I use it, it'll disappear. Now, it does show you above 10, like I said. So if you have 14, it'll say you have 14. the reason I had it not permanently because I just wanted to proc when I can use it. I also have it show me how many I have so that, you know, if I have 16 and I use it, I'll only have 6 left. I'll know that, you know, it's going to come up pretty soon. That's really the only reason why I have it show. Now, of course, you know that Tiger, Palm, and Blackout Kick have a chance to proc. And when that happens, as you can see right here, it'll say Combo Punch. Combo Punch means Tiger Palm. So when Combo Punch comes up, you know that Tiger Palm is procced and you can use it. And if it is, let's see, if it is Blackout Kick that has procced, it'll say right here Combo Kick, which you should see in a second here. It's Combo Punch, use that. Combo Kick right there, your Blackout Kick is procced and you can use it. So that's how you know if they procced. And this is probably my favorite part of this, is when you have 3 or more targets, 2 or more targets technically, you can use your Storm, Earth, and Fire. So I have 3 targets here. I use 1, 2. Now I'm attacking all 3 targets evenly, and these little dots right here tell me that they're up. Now, if one of them dies or is gone for any reason, as they just did here, you'll see in a sec, it'll disappear. And it'll say that you're missing one, which means I have to resummon it. So I know to resummon it, and I resummoned it, and it's gone. Now the one on the left died, so which means it's going to go back down to 1, but I just resummoned it. That is to track that, just in case they die. I'm about to die. Karma, and finish this off. Yes, well, that is that. That is pretty much everything you can track. There's obviously a lot more. I personally don't like tracking everything like that. I just like tracking the main abilities, just because I don't use Flying Serpent Kicks, Tiger's Lust, and Roll as much unless I really need to. If I'm on a raid, I need to move out of something or get to somewhere, then I'll use them. So for the most part, they're always up. I also don't track Invoke because Invoke is a 3-minute cooldown, and chances are I'm going to look down and check the cooldown of Invoke at least once every 3 minutes. So that's why I don't track that. I'm pretty good with keeping up with timers in my head. So, you know, if I looked at Invoke and it had 1.5 minutes left, I can track that in my head. So that's why I don't track that. For others, you probably would, but I don't. Now, if you like this weak auras and you want it, I will put a how to get it in the description. And if you want to change it and add any other cooldowns, you are more than welcome to. But I will put that in the description. I will also be making more videos for different weak auras for different classes. I know for a fact that my main used to use weak auras. He does not anymore because I've gotten very used to it. My main is a single-minded Fury Warrior. I've gotten very used to them. I've been playing them for years, so I don't really need weak auras anymore, but I do have them and they're pretty cool. So I will make a video showing you those. And if you want those, I will put that in the next video's description. But I will also give you a link to the Warrior Weak Aura video. As soon as that it's made, I will put it in the description of this video. So that is all for today, and thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Peace.